What is going on, everyone? This is Eric coming at you from just outside of Hartford, Connecticut, live. And today we are going to be just doing a quick little rundown here on what the future plans are for the channel. I try to get these videos out, every half year ideally. That way, there you guys have a knowledge of what's coming up. So this is going to be the third such video. And without further ado, basically, there's not going to be too many different changes coming around. So I'm going to be working on trying to get more of a set schedule, more consistent schedule for you guys. And ideally, I'm going to try to go live every Monday with a video of sorts. Monday is kind of my day off from my other job, set in stone day off. So I'm going to try to go live every Monday. What that video will be, we shall see. So right now, I am doing history ofs. So I'm trying to finish up the American League history of videos before the MLB season starts. Of course, it starts April 1st, 2021. We have three more of those videos to get through. So after this video is recorded, I'm going to take a little bit and then I'm going to jump in and discuss the Orioles. But that's not that's not what we're going to talk about right now. We do have to finish up the Mariners and the Angels as well. Ideally, it'll be 2 Mondays from now and then another 2 Mondays from now. 2 weeks off for each one. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to finishing up that series. How will the history of series go from here? After that, basically the plan is going to be to I'm starting to work on the NHL ones again. I'm gonna put off baseball for a little bit because I'm gonna wait until the off season to start the NL. That way, I'm not recording something in the middle of the season. It's not ideal to do that. And I'll start with the NHL. We're gonna have I'll start NFL as well. So I don't know how I'm gonna start breaking it down, but I am still going division by division. NHL is getting a little tricky, but I'm just gonna stick with the old regular divisions. So we're gonna continue on with the Atlantic. Right now, I am starting the Ottawa Senators. They'll they lead to a little bit of a conundrum with, do I count the old Ottawa Senators as this team? I do not. So the old Ottawa Senators will probably get their own history of at some point, but they'd be more in a defunct history of playlist, which will be pretty exciting. There's a lot of teams to discuss in that. Go teams that no longer exist. So a team like the Whalers would not fall in that because they do technically exist, but same with the Quebec Nordiques, they still do exist. So it'll be exciting. Um, yeah, so that basically tackles the history ofs. The other thing I'm going to try to do, hopefully for Mondays, is I said I want to go live every Monday, more consistency. Um, there's two other types of videos I can do on a Monday. And one of them is going to be, of course, the players drafted before series. That series really hasn't been looked at in a little while, and that's just because they take a lot of time to record or to research. But what it is too is I also kind of ran out of topics because I had the big three I really wanted to do: Steph Curry, Tom Brady, and Mike Trout. So there are other players I can look at, and I am starting to look at them. And I could even kind of change it around a little bit and go to like 2015, for example, and say wide receivers drafted before Stephon Diggs, something like that. Because remember, he was a fifth round pick for Minnesota. So who were the receivers picked before him? Because obviously, no way he was the first receiver off the board. So I kind of tried that with Tom Brady, where I discussed like the odd players that were picked before him. I went with the big guns, and then I went with the really odd players, and of course, all the quarterbacks picked before him. But yeah, of course, it's going to be interesting. We're going to have to kind of float around with that one. It's not going to be really easy. There's only a finite amount because am I really gonna do something with like, oh hey, this is the guy who was picked second overall who went before him, like Michael Jordan? No, that's not fun. So we'll have to see. That series will continue. The other one I've been thinking about doing is the player bios. So if you follow us on Twitter at HartLandSportz, you'll see that I am starting to work on the player bios once again. It's been a long time since that place has been touched. Last time that one was touched was actually on Bobby Vanilla Day back in July of 2020. So I'm going to try to get that one going again. It's not going to be too difficult to do those ones. So it's going to be exciting. So those will be live. They'll be just like this, where we'll just be talking about it, and they won't be long. It's not like I'm good. It's not like they're going to be hour-long videos. They'll be like 5-10 minutes, hopefully. Other than that, we do have other types of videos that'll be coming out soon, but basically, one topic I've been looking at too is Hall of Fame question marks. So, if you saw about a week or two ago, Patrick and I kind of discussed an NHL player from each team that we see as a Hall of Famer. I'm going to continue that on, and I'm going to do it for baseball and football. I might kind of break it down a little more so and do it like in like half segments. So, NFC edition, AFC edition, and then of course AL, NL for baseball. I might kind of flex around the rules a little bit as well. I might just do most likely Hall of Famers. We'll have to see. But I do like that idea. I've been meaning to discuss that openly with you all for a little bit. So we'll get to that one when we get to that one. But that is going to be another one that we can easily do, that we'll do live. Um, so the trade breakdown series, as you know, the vast majority of the videos on this channel are of trade breakdowns. So of course those start to run out after a while too. I'm about up halfway through the NFL ones that I want to do. And some of them are still a little new, so I'm kind of waiting. I'm playing it by ear, seeing how the offseason goes, because I don't want to discuss guys who were drafted in 2017 and say, oh, he's a pending free agent in the video. I'd rather say he re-signed with the team, or he left the team via free agency, than, oh, he's a pending free agent, because that's not as exciting. So I'm starting to look at some of the older NFL trade breakdowns. Speaking of, we're also looking at the NHL trade breakdowns right now. They're going to take a little bit of time because it's more difficult to get like older NHL trades looking at them, because they're not as well documented as the NFL or even Major League Baseball, because hockey's not doesn't have the biggest following. So we'll have to see how that goes. Other than that, though, MLB trade breakdown series is all but done at this point. So eventually, I'll probably get some more trade breakdowns for MLB, but that's it for trade breakdowns. So, of course, if you guys do follow the channel, you do realize that we're trying to do. Originally, I tried to do weekly updates on MLB and NFL standings. It doesn't work out because it's not as exciting. It's kind of like, okay, for NFL, hey, this team won, this team lost. Okay, they're 1-0, they're 0-1. Is it time to panic? Hey, now they're 1-1. Isn't that great? It's not great. So I'm just gonna start to go quarter by quarter for the leagues. So we recently put out our quarterly NHL update. We'll be doing that again shortly, probably a couple more weeks, 2 or 3 more weeks for like the halfway update for the NHL. Um, Around this time too, we will be doing off-season recaps for Major League Baseball. So I'm gonna break it down division by division just to make it a little easier. Possibly do like AL and NL West, group them together. Group the West, the Centrals, and the Easts together. We'll have to see. It depends on how long it takes. Because if the video is like 5 minutes, that's fine. But if the video ends up being like 30 minutes, no, we're not doing that. So we'll have to see how that goes. But those will be coming out soon. Obviously, I just wanted to wait for some of the bigger free agents to sign, and we had Trevor Bauer really wait for a while to sign. So he was one of the guys I was kind of watching, because a lot of rumors were going around. Oh, he's probably going to go to the Mets. They seem like the big front runner. All of a sudden, he goes to the Dodgers. Now we're starting to see a lot more names signing recently. Obviously, the big name today is Jeremy Jeffress. Just signed a minor league deal with, I think it was Washington. But it goes to show you. I just want to wait a little bit. Probably the end of this month, probably a week or two, those will start to come out. Um, we're also gonna preview the season. We did that with NHL too. I'm gonna kind of show the divisions and say who I think is gonna win. I'm not gonna do record predictions or anything like that, but it'll be exciting. NFL, I'm going to kind of try to do a preview of the offseason, discuss each team's key free agents and discuss all of the alleged trades and retirements at this point. Because obviously nothing's official until the league starts. So I'm probably going to wait until the second week of March to start doing the NFL ones too. But MLB takes precedent right now over the NFL. Um, if I don't get the preview out, life goes on. It's a hope. The rant series will be continuing soon. It's a little, I try to find certain dates to release the rant videos. So I have one ready to go. It's of the AL East. I'll probably post that one pretty soon. But it doesn't really make sense to attack a team during their off season. So I'm trying to wait until like they're playing again. So like the Bruins rant was saved until the day they were supposed to retire Willie O'Ree's jersey. That was intentional because I was sitting here thinking, hey, why haven't they retired Willie O'Ree's jersey? Why did they retire Eddie Shore's jersey? So, yeah. Another one last thing I want to say too is I've been thinking about a new type of playlist that looks back at previous drafts and kind of second guesses teams or says, hey, this guy was drafted. How would I re-rank? How would I rank like the quarterbacks that were drafted in the first round? Where would I draft them now? So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. If not, let me know. It's just one of those things. I'm not going to go out there and like re-rank the entire draft or re-rank the whole first round and say, okay, this is where these guys should all go, because that's just too time consuming. You have to look back way too much all the time. So it wouldn't be like a major series for the channel, just something that I'd have a little bit of fun with, kind of look back and say, hey, how would I rank all the quarterbacks hypothetically in 2016? Where would they all go today? Obviously, someone like Dak Prescott would jump to first overall. Who would the Eagles pick at 2? Well, we'd have to see. But again, this was just an update. Again, I try to get these videos out every half year just so you guys have the update. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, have a good one. Stay safe out there.